Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Those who know me, I go by Helen of Joy. Thank you for subscribing and being here with me. Today I wanted to talk about and discuss the Beauty and the Beast 30th anniversary special featuring her and why it was so important for me and so many others to find representation in this character. They did wonderful casting with her. Not only did she make it her own spin and her own identity, but it was so beautiful to see her as a Black woman, and a particularly Black mixed race woman because she's also Asian. And it was so beautifully written and beautifully adapted, and I literally sobbed when I saw her. For the first second I saw her in the first opening sequence, I was honestly surprised and shocked by how quickly I just burst into tears. It made me realize how much we've been lacking seeing ourselves in different characters. It wasn't until Tiana came around that, I even felt comfortable dressing up as that character. Because, there's always someone that's gonna talk smack on the internet, right? There's always someone who's gonna say, yeah, and that person's supposed to be white. I mean, I wake up daily to comments from people still angry about the casting of Ariel, even though the movie's done and it's ready to come out in a couple of months, already edited, done, casting's done. It's disheartening because it was tough growing up not having that kind of representation. And not to play victim, and it's not to cry about it now, because there's plenty of representation now, but that's only just happened in the last couple of years. And it is so important for people to see themselves in something like Belle or something like Ariel, a princess, even a villain. We only had a villain very shortly, a couple of months ago, which is wild to think about. Not months ago, sorry, years ago, my bad. But that's crazy if you think about it, because so many of these stories came from African culture. They came from, even if they were put into paper and put into things first, most of the things stem from Africa, as most civilization does, right? And growing up, it was really difficult to not want to adhere to the beauty standard, not wanting to straightening my hair, straightening trying to change everything about yourself to try and fit this European standard. And it was so difficult sometimes, and I, of course, I loved the princesses, don't get me wrong, but it was always really difficult to feel you could dress up as them, costume as them. It just never quite felt right, And so to finally see these princesses in this true form, it's magical. It truly is. And it's a very beautiful experience for me and so many others. And I'm very happy that this next generation of little girls in particular, of course little boys too, but we still need to push for little boys too, because we don't have a Black prince. Of course they're going to be, they're always going to do a villain before they do a Black prince, right? Because they had Gaston and Beauty and the Beast here. And it's so, again, disheartening that it's taken this long. It's 2022. Think about how long Hollywood's been around for. Disney is just about to celebrate their 100 year now. It's crazy. It really is. And it's crazy to me that people just can't see outside of themselves and see that everyone needs representation, especially because y'all grew up with representation. That's why it hurts you that you don't see Ariel as yourself anymore, because we've been so used to that and been so used to growing up in a society that doesn't see us, literally doesn't see us. Even recently, and I'm not dark skinned by any means, I definitely have a light skin privilege, don't get me wrong, I know that. But going to Italy, for example, and I went there on vacation, and especially when I tan, I get really, really dark when I tan, and this is winter me. And it was shocking to see how literally ignored I was. Not that I out there trying to get attention from men and all that stuff. If anything, I don't care. I'd rather not be harassed. But it was still shocking to see that. And it was shocking to see that my family didn't want to see it for that either. And it's just so interesting that we're still stuck in that this is what the ideal is, when everyone is beautiful, everyone is gorgeous, redheads beautiful, blondes beautiful, everyone is beautiful in their own way. Asian people, Black people, it's mind-blowing to me that we're still set in this mindset that it's they don't want us to have that. It's crazy to think about, you know what I mean? Or even Game of Thrones, for example, they're trying to say oh, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, that's historically not accurate. But y'all, We're talking about like elves, dwarfs, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a little awkward when you start getting racist about that, you know? Like, we gotta let that go. And so anyways, I digress. Back to Belle. It was so beautiful to have this adaptation. I cried from beginning to end, having her do all those parts, and like so beautifully made Belle her own. And I've had this Belle cosplay, not gonna lie, for like almost a year. And again, something about it always felt like I couldn't do it for some reason. And I know that's so silly and like, so like, that's me just getting in my own way about it. But now it like feels special and feels perfect for me doing it now. I don't know, like, it's just like, that special was so beautiful. And I love that they gave her a beautiful ode to like her background with the costumes and everything. And I think she did a fantastic job. If you haven't seen it already, please tune into it. I can't wait to see what else Disney has in store. And I'm very excited for The Little Mermaid to come out in May. So excited for it. Hope you guys are too. I can always go into more detail about this if you have any questions for me regarding to like this kind of stuff. Please follow me on TikTok, Instagram, you know where you can find me, at the Helen of Joy, at Helen of Joy on Instagram. I love hearing back from you guys, so I'd love to hear your feedback on what you thought of this show. Talk to you guys next time.